Hi guys, I'm Michelle Hirschfield, and today we are in Carson City standing outside Red's old 395 Grill. Now this is a restaurant that's been here since 2000, and we're gonna go on inside. We're gonna learn about their drink specials, all of the amazing food that they have, and you won't believe what else. This place is actually set up like a museum. We gotta go inside and check it out. Let's go. We've now settled inside the lounge here at Red's, and joining me is Jaime Lopez. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Tell me, what's your position here at Red's?
Well, I'm actually the marketing manager. What I do here is I make sure like all the standards for marketing, you know, Facebook, Instagramming, all that stuff are being touched and being updated every week. So that's basically my job, and make sure everybody's informed about all the new promotions that we have here at Red's.
So sitting inside this building, I'm just blown away by, I mean, clearly it's a restaurant, but it's more like a museum. It's incredible in here. Tell me a little bit about this building and the structure.
Actually, this is Jack's and Al's old collection. So basically, they just put together all the stuff that they had, and they started like building this new business, you know, out of nowhere. They didn't even plan on this being a restaurant at first, and then they come up with this new and crazy good idea that it was going to come up as a restaurant, and everything came out really well.
And so, in not thinking it was going to be a restaurant, did this just make sense to turn it into more of a barbecue style with all this history?
Yeah, especially like having all these new decor that we have, you know, because we are well known for our decor and our homemade items, because everything that we do in here is homemade.
All like, the meats, all the...
Everything, like from the coleslaw to our steaks, like everything is homemade, you know. We prep everything from scratch, and I think that's one of the best ways to go in a restaurant, because everything is fresh daily.
And are you the one that comes up with all the great promotions that you guys have?
Well, yes, it's actually me and Sam most of the time. Like he comes up with the new ideas, like we run them together, and then we start talking about like how is this gonna impact the business, and how is this gonna bring like more and new people to our doors.
So you mentioned the coleslaw and the different meats. Give us a rundown of sort of what the style of food is.
Well, basically it's like a barbecue style, which consists of beans, coleslaw, you know. We put a little decor of onion strings on it, which is just like as a presentation instead of like
Except
being like
that's my favorite part.
Yeah, well, a lot of people love them, and you know, they get a little upset sometimes when they just get a little bit, but it's
like
just
more.
A presentation, you know.
Okay.
We also have like an appetizer basket of wings, which come up with a huge basket that you can absolutely take advantage of it, you know.
And then there's pizza too, which your pizza's wonderful. My kids love it.
Thank you. And you know, we are the only place here in town, I think, that we have a wood fire oven that is actually makes it different when it comes to pizza.
Well, we will have to explore that in a little bit when we start talking about the food, but let's talk about some of the opportunities that people have to have parties here and weddings and events.
Absolutely, and that in mind brings us to the case about catering. Catering is one of the most ideal stuff that we want to bring out outside for people, you know, and that way they can come up with any events that they have. We want to be able to accommodate to them anything that they want, you know, from any like specific stuff like appetizers, or they want to do like big steak or anything like that. We want to make sure they are being provided with any facilities. We don't only do catering inside, but we also do outside catering. We can provide anything for them.
Okay, and so how would we get in touch with you to be able to book a party or a catering event?
It's really easy. All you have to do is just call us here at Red's at the phone number that we have, you know, on the website or anything like that.
And just ask questions. You said you'll do anything anybody wants.
We will do anything to accommodate them. We're really simple. We are really flexible. We like to accommodate. Our goal is to make sure everybody's happy, you know, make sure everybody's having a great time, so that way they can come back to us and make sure it's a great experience, you know.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Jaime. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Thanks again.
And I'm going to go explore the restaurant just a little bit more.
Again.
We'll be back after
Thank
this.
you.
Welcome back to the Lifestyles and Dining Show. I have been joined by Zach Denson here at Red's Old 95 Grill. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So I was just talking to Jaime, and I swear this place is more like a museum than it is a restaurant.
It really
and you
is.
actually have quite a bit of knowledge as to some of the history of this place.
Yeah, they have me tell people about a lot of this stuff in here, and it is a really big museum in here. There's a lot of original artifact in here. Really big collection that's been going on a very long time, a lot longer than this building's been here. And Some of it has some old movie content, some of it's old historical stuff.
Yeah, and it isn't just like little pieces of things. You have massive pieces, such as this one right here. Let's talk about this.
This is the old paver from downtown New York City back in the 20s when they first paved downtown New York City.
First paved it.
Very first. Wall Street, all of the downtown streets down there. There was only 2 of these machines built, and this is the only one still intact. And so the other one is dismantled in a museum in New York City.
So this is pretty priceless.
Exactly. This has no price tag whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, and luckily somebody can't just roll it out of here.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. In fact, they built the building around this big thing. They brought it in first and then built the building around it. It was so big.
And is this your favorite piece
Definitely.
in the entire restaurant?
Definitely. It has the most history to it and the most value. And just, I mean, it's the most incredible thing to see inside of a restaurant when you walk in. It's just this amazing thing that people just get blown away by. And all of the wagons in here just so big and up in the air. It's just amazing to people that the engineering of the building can, hold as many things as it is.
Absolutely. So tell me about a couple of your other favorite pieces.
So there's also this big wagon that's right up above us that's from the old Planet of the Apes movie. And it was from the old scene when Charlton Heston gets captured by the apes and carted into town. And so that's an old movie set prop. There's some other, there's an old presidential buggy above the restaurant too that was FDR's. There's this really great steam engine that's above the bar too, and it's an old fire engine that we got out of Waco, Texas, from back in, it was built back in 1906.
So I've heard something interesting about a bottle collection that one gentleman literally drank all of the bottles.
An old brewmaster from out in Montana, and he had this collection of beer, and it was 1,001 bottles that we have displayed over here on the wall in this big case. And yeah, it's an old brewmaster from he's the only brewmaster.
And did he just give it to you, or are you holding some of these pieces for people?
When the old brewery that he was the brewmaster of burnt down, he retired, and then the collection itself was, I think, acquired by our curator at that time.
That's awesome.
In the late 90s, yeah.
Okay, and then some of the pieces that you've used to build the building are also historical as well.
Right, a lot of this material was salvaged out of old existing buildings. There was an old hotel out of San Francisco. Our chandeliers and our host counter were all resalvaged out of that old hotel, one of the only buildings that survived the early 1900s earthquake. And so there's some of that material, and some of the old woodwork in the assembly room that we have was out of an old building that we had outside of this area, kind of local material that was all salvaged and reincorporated. And our display with our merchandise is all encased in this really great Honduras mahogany that's all wonderfully handcrafted and very rare. And that's all just beautiful decorative pieces.
And then real quick, tell us about the rock.
The rock wall that builds around our patio was all re-quarried from the original assembly building here in Carson City, which was later on the maximum security prison. And it was all quarried from when they were doing the mining way back in the 1800s. And so it's been 150 years of stone just reincorporated into different projects. And
so can I buy any of this?
Absolutely not. It is permanently displayed. We have all this though. We have all this merchandise that we keep on reinventing and keep on broadening and coming with the times with, and our homemade barbecue sauce that we like to offer to everybody when they're leaving as well.
Yay! All right, well this is what you get to take home. But thank you so much for joining us, and when people come in, definitely hit them up for some of this history. Thanks, Zach. All right, we'll be back with more here on the Lifestyles and Dining Show. We are here inside Red's Old 95 Grill, and we are finally getting to the good part. This is all about the food. Joining me right now, Sam Rojas, the general manager here at Red's. And you know what? I'm dying to talk about the food, but first of all, I need to mention, and I want you to tell us how you got here, because I love your story.
All right.
So tell me who you are.
All right, so I'm the general manager of the store, like you said. I've been working for the company for 10 years now. I started here as a busser, gradually worked my way up to an expediter, and I became a server, cocktailer, bartender, part-time manager, full-time manager. Now I've taken over the store. I've been running it for the last 4 years, which I love this place. I love my crew. I love everything that I do. So.
Lucky you, that's so fabulous. So we've learned some of the history in this place, talked about some of these artifacts. It is an amazing restaurant, but it is a restaurant. So we need to talk about the food.
Exactly.
And this is incredible. These portions are massive and it all looks delicious.
Here at Red's, we do the best job possible to carry the finest quality items, have the best value. Chef Jose hand cuts all our meats. He makes all the sauces from scratch. He takes tons of pride in his work. Smoke all our barbecue.
I think we need to mention that Chef Jose is
An Iron Chef. He won the Iron Chef Award in 2000. Yeah,
Awesome.
And yeah, he does a phenomenal job. He's very prideful, like I said. We smoke all our barbecue for 24 hours using apple wood chip. Jose has made a menu where he could cater to anybody. Jose wants, if you want to join us for happy hour, have an appetizer like this Memphis slider or atomic chicken slider for $1.99. You're more than welcome to come from happy hour 3 to 6. If you want to come for lunch, have a delicious ahi salad or bacon burger. We got that. If you want
well. I
to
like the
us-
range between healthy to decadent, right?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
you're carrying like fine. It's a beautiful cut of fish, actually.
Oh yeah, it's great. And like I said, the finest items. We purchase, and for dinner, if you ever want to join us and even share an item, like you could tell right here, the ribs and brisket plate.
And the menu is very extensive. I mean, do you even know how many items are on it?
Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you, but
it's a very
lot.
extensive menu, but I do like that. So tell me again, so there's a happy hour time, and that's from?
3 to 6 every day, and we have tons of items. We got Memphis sliders, atomic chicken sliders, ceviche, chicken tingas, rotocini. We got jalapeno bottle caps. We have tons of items on happy hour.
And then when you move into lunch,
yeah, lunch is
you have several
every
different
day.
salads and.
Oh yeah, lunch is every day from 3 to 6. Like I said, we have tons of delicious salads, like our ahi salad. We have a roasted steak salad, Cobb salad. If you want to get into burgers, we have a bacon burger, hamburger, cheeseburger, Western chicken sandwich, California chicken sandwich. If you want to enjoy our barbecue during lunch, you're more than welcome to too. We have half racks of ribs, half barbecue chicken, tons of items on the menu.
So there's one thing missing from the table because it's my kid's favorite, and it isn't something that you would necessarily expect from a barbecue restaurant, but you guys make fabulous pizza.
Yes, we have, the only one in Carson City is a wood-fired oven. We wood-fired all our pizzas. All our pizza dough is made from scratch. Everything, like I said, is made from scratch, and we have a delicious and huge pizza menu.
So let's finish things off with telling us your hours.
Hours, we are open Sunday through Thursday from 11 till 9 o'clock, and then Friday and Saturday we're open from 9 to 10.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
We're gonna eat now.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Bunch of time.
Welcome back to Red's Old 395 Grill. We are joined again with Zach Denson, and if you've noticed, we have had 2 different cocktails in every single one of our shoots. It's not that we're just, drinking them up. It's that you guys have the most extensive bar I've
And
seen.
so much to show off. So many different types of drinks and signature drinks. We have all these homemade from our mixologist, Mia. She is wonderful, and we get to have all these new characters every time.
Well, when we first walked in, there was a board up front, and it said a basil margarita.
This is our
and
bagel margarita.
It's gorgeous.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Yes.
We serve this one martini style. Some are on the rocks. Some are blended. This one's made with our fresh muddled basil and our strawberry
A
puree
raspberry?
that we middle in there.
Oh, so you can do any flavor, right? Because this
Absolutely.
one's mango.
We can do mango. We have
Yay.
every flavor. And this is our michelada from the Modelo Especial with our little chili lime tamarind straw. That's really good. And
I just want to eat that.
I know you do. It does. It's so good.
And I love Modelo. It's a fabulous beer and pretty perfect for a michelada.
Absolutely. Any time of year. And
So,
then
so when can we just get these all day long, or do you
Bar
have
opens?
special happy hours?
we have happy hour every day.
Yeah.
And it's from 3 to 6. We open the bar at 11 every day.
Yeah.
And our happy hour is wonderful, though. We have the best happy hour in town by far. And having it every day is really great. But we have all of our domestic drafts that we do on half off, all of our house wine, our well liquor, all on discount. And we have a really great selection of appetizers that we do during happy hour, too.
And you have an incredible number of beers
Yes,
and
we
tequilas.
do. We display 52 taps and 49 bottles. That makes our 101. And if you want, you can come in and punch them all off as you go. We have some folks
Wait,
that
I
take
wanna
this home
see
with them.
this.
And that's our 101 club that we have for folks.
It's called Fellowship of the 101. There are 101 punches available on here.
And then as they finish it, they get their name on a plaque that's displayed in here forever and a t-shirt to commemorate it.
But now this feels a little bit too heavy for you. You have another sort
We
of club.
This is our membership. This is a wonderful program to be part of too. It's our mug club. And people join this. It's a once-a-year membership, and you get to take the mug home at the end of the year. But with this one, you have a 24-ounce Stein mug, and every pourer is at the price of a pint rather than a mug. So it's a discount every single time, no matter what time of day.
Now, will you keep these,
Then,
or
yeah,
do I have to take it home and bring it back?
You get to personalize it. This one has its name on it over here, and then our little emblem on the front. And then at the end of the year, they take it home with them, and it gets to be a collector's item. The only other really good thing about this is that the folks that are part of this membership also get to be invited to our beer tastings that we have about 3 or 4 times a year. We get to have all these, there's all these promotional bottles of beer that we get from our distributors.
Yeah.
And we get to sample that out. It's stuff that doesn't normally get sold around here, so it's a nice way to showcase a lot of
people love
promotional
that.
beers to people that are beer fans. And this is the way to get into that, is be part of our membership, and you get to be invited to all those different parties. And our beer dinners are actually something to be part of too when we get those.
When are those?
We have these nice about 3 or 4 times a year as well. We do these really nice beer dinners, and we'll have one of our beer companies give us 4 beers to go along with our signature dishes that come out of the kitchen.
Yum.
Yeah.
So I'm looking around this bar, and you have tons of big screen TVs. Do you do game day?
That's right. We do the well, especially football, and all throughout the year we have this really big projector TV that people can come in and watch the games. All these TVs around the cocktail area as well, and on the patio too. We have a really big patio for folks to come in and enjoy that
If
as well.
the snow's not falling.
Yeah, right.
But,
It's not too
but
cold.
it is a really nice, and with the happy hour, are there some food specials?
There's always every day we have the happy hour food specials, and that's from 3 to 6 every day.
Awesome. All right, Zach. Well, thanks so much for joining us
Thanks
and
again
for
for
talking
having
about
me.
these. Do we get to drink these now?
I think so.
All right. Well, then that's a wrap. We'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Have a good day. A special thanks to everybody here at Red's Old 395 Grill for showing us such a great time. You gotta come check this place out. The food specials, the happy hour specials, and they have so much more than that to offer. I'm Michelle Hirschfield. You've been watching the Lifestyles and Dining Show only here on Lake Tahoe Television.